morning. 90 days in. What do we think so far? It's been a trip in 90 days. We've camped about four spots so far. Did our first camp posting gig in Carrick Lake in Baker, Florida for about 2.5 months, as you can see on some of our videos. Then we went to Georgia and saw my dad in South Georgia. We camped in Moultrie. Then we also headed to Tennessee. We had 5 days. That's another one of our videos. And then now we're at High Falls State Park in Georgia, just south of Atlanta. Just started it last week. Want to go through some of the things?
Some of our good points and bad points.
Some of the bad points
so far.
I'm gonna start with those right now. There's tons of good, trust me. The good and the bad. 90 days in. First 30 days, that was I was at home first, and you were still working, and it took some adjustment to everyone being together all day, because what we all do in most of our lives, we get up in the morning, we head out early, the kids head off to school, we go to our jobs and travel, and then all of a sudden we work 8, 9, 10 hours, deal with traffic, kids come home, do homework, and those type of things. So once they do all those and we get home and eat dinner, it's pretty much bedtime. So you really don't spend as much time during the week. In 30 days, that's an adjustment period in a camper.
Big adjustment.
And I was going through it originally, because sometimes you just need that 5 minutes or that 10 minutes or an hour to take a drive or do something that you normally would have for your time. So that's just a transition period. It took me 30 days, and once I got through the 30 days, I was good with it. We started learning our normal routine like you do with your household.
Absolutely.
Every time. Along with that, it's tons of family time. Good thing. It also could be a bad thing, but tons of family time. We get to see the kids do schoolwork. We get to be involved with their schoolwork. We see we can see everybody's moods, and the whole day you're with each other all day. So, but also the good things, you get to go out and we take hikes and do nature trails. We go fishing. We also do, what's that?
Try to do all the things that we couldn't do if they were in school and we were at work.
Exactly. You just with each other more and more, which is I explained to my youngest son, Sean. I'm with him. My dad was on the road 2 weeks at a time and come home for a day and a half. He's literally at the house for hours, 24 to 48 hours max, and he was trying to catch up on yard work, and we'd do some things, but he was tired. I told him I'm able to be with him more now than I ever was. And the same thing with Garrett and Andrew, to be with them. So that's a ton of family time to be with each other. Another thing I mentioned earlier is no drive to work and no traffic jams. The normal routine, I spent an hour and a half a day driving to work. Even you in town spent 20 minutes to get to where you worked. So I averaged about 34 days a year in traffic is what I set in for a year to work. Don't have that problem sitting here. Now you will be driving with this camper, is another whole thing we'll talk about later, but when you're traveling around on interstates and around Atlanta, yeah, that's interesting so far. But no stressors with the drive to work. We're at work right now. We're camp hosting. Today's our day on, so we got up and took a walk this morning, had coffee and made breakfast, and get ready for today. Next thing, fewer bills, less expenses than sticks and bricks. Another thing we'll talk about eventually, but that could get costly. But generally, when you get into this kind of mode, you don't want to have a ton of bills to start with. For us, we have a camper, and then we're not sitting here paying for a mortgage and millage rates and extra power utilities right now, especially camp hosting. We're basically living rent free, so that helps out tons on the other side. But yeah, normal households, there's your normal termite inspections and this inspection and other things. You still have to do certain things with a camper as well, but it's not as much that I can see so far. But we're only 90 days in. There's tons of people out here been doing this longer than us, and they have a lot more detail. This is just our 90 days in. Our first video we done, you'll see it on there. I think we recorded it in March of this year. Now it's October. We had no idea we'd be where we are right now in October.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
going by fast.
No set schedules, freedom, more relaxed lifestyle. You'll see some pictures here I want to throw in while we're talking. Our normal routine, sitting this morning drinking coffee and just enjoying this cooler air. It's 60 degrees out this morning. It's awesome. We have our kids doing school and those type of things, but other than that, we have our days on, days off with what we have to do around the campgrounds, and then our days off, we go do what we want to do, explore, see other things. So the no set schedule is definitely a good thing. We just mentioned more time to explore and sightseeing. That is something that I don't know, we do it quite often. I mean, we take trails where we find them, we go, and we just
Or
keep
drives and just see what's out there in our area.
We just drove down the camp this yesterday that we're looking at going to next. It has a huge lake. I think it's like 3,000 acre lake or something with like 28 spots or so. And we went and talked to the main camp host there. It's exploring. We just get out and go. I mean, we just come from Tennessee. You can check out that on the video. We got some more videos getting uploaded here soon. Tons of things to go and see. Meeting people, another good thing. Could be a bad thing. Just some interesting. Everybody's interested, unique in their own way. We have tons of people come ask us how we're doing this, how do we like doing it, how do we become a camp host, how do we get going like you do, and a lot of people are just envious. I mean, but we meet all kinds of people, and we exchanging numbers and email addresses, and making friends on the road is definitely a good thing.
Absolutely.
We had time for a pet. You've probably seen her. She's right behind us right now, Belaruski. We told her when we got into a camper and we had time to get going that we would have time for a dog. We'd see about getting a dog, and we do. We got one picked up 3 months ago. She's a mess.
She's 4-month-old husky and dachshund mix.
Yep. Don't even ask how that happens. I don't even know. We'll just go with that. But she's more dachshund than anything. So we have time to spend with her and take walks. We took a walk this morning with her, and the kids enjoy, and we all have a good time with her. Homeschool ability to be more active in our children's learning. Like I talked about earlier, daily routines, no sick calls, drop-offs, pickups, inclement weather. We had our kids walk to school, so we had to. The weather got bad, we had to go pick them up, or our normal things go. You get sick at school, you got to leave your work, leave your job, go pick them up. So, but like I said, there's no picking up and dropping off. There's the sick calls. We're together all day, so if they're sick, we know it. They ain't got to go anywhere. If it's raining outside, we ain't going anywhere. You just power up your going to school online. Virtual is what we're doing. So I think it's a really good thing, because we even living a mile from the school, it was a pain. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pain when all that keeps happening. So now that we have kids get to see the country with us, experience new things, see firsthand. I mean, you can read about a lot of things, but some of these things they read about and want to go see, especially geography wise, we're gonna go try to see it. We got a wish list. We're just, like I said, we're only 90 days in, but we're looking at hitting some big places. I mean, out west and northeast. I mean, we want to see it. I guess when Sean wants to see the 9/11 memorial and those type of things in New York, and that's history, sad history, but it's real. So seeing it firsthand can hardly take for what it is to talk about it. Flexibility, like we talked, no work schools to work out hardship issues with being sick, and like emergency, if someone in our family is sick or really needs us, we're able to get there. We can pack up and we can go. We're out of us getting any younger, and you'll be able to stay close in a region where your family is. There's no calling the boss and trying to get off time. Some places are hard to get time off. It's a flexibility thing, and it's good to be there for your family. Camp hosting, we just mentioned that, rent-free, volunteer hours. We had no idea I'd be doing camp hosting. Like I said in some earlier videos, we were Carrick Lake and just normal camping, and talked to a camp host, and they needed someone there across the way, and next thing you know, within a month, 2 weeks, right? Within 2 weeks we were over there, and that's how this all started for us. So we're just taking it day by day, but like I said, it's rent-free, volunteer hours, 24, 30 hours a week, and they consist of cleaning bathrooms and blowing off spots, those type of things, helping out campers and checking them in. Mail forwarding services, it can be a good thing. We have our residence in Florida still. We have a hard residence. There's RV mail. There's other places out there. They scan your mail. You can check out email every day. You can see what's in there. You get package delivered there. You can get package delivered at your campground, which is more useful. But your normal mail will have a place to go, and they will scan it. And if you want something open, they will charge you to open it and scan it to you page by page. But you can have something important. You can see it firsthand if you need to take care of it. So it's definitely a good thing. More good. It doesn't work out when you're trying to stay low on debt. I mean, what's the worst thing you can do? Or go in more debt? But hold on. Noise. We're in a campground. But it doesn't work out. You just go back to doing your normal thing. Get a job. Do what you want to do. I know, live in a campground, work. There's plenty of campgrounds that are pretty inexpensive to live at. Just got to watch where you live. But I mean, what's the worst? I mean, we're just taking a shot. It was take a chance. Like I said the other day, you see this meme so many times, like doubts cancel more, success than fear ever has.
Absolutely.
What is that? I said that wrong. I said that wrong. Let me cut this out. Doubts ruin more dreams than fear ever has. Yeah, doubts have ruined. Did we change clothes? We just changed clothes. That was magic. Anyway, we're finishing up with the good. I said if it don't work out on the road, I mean, you have less debt or no debt, so we can go back to do with sticks and bricks or rent, get back a regular job, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's not like I went $10 million in debt, so that's why. Also, when you're out there on the road, you may find a place that you may like to settle down. We don't know. You may find somewhere that you just find a dream place to live, and that's what you want to do. So it's all good things, as we were saying. Bad. I don't call them bad. We call them bad. Smaller space. There's no doubt about it. You can go from 1,500 square feet, 2,000 square feet, 3,000, whatever you live in. We're at around 400 square feet in this 42-foot trailer, I think. But we got 2 bathrooms and 2 bunk house, our bedroom. We got our own places to be, but definitely a smaller place. Less alone time. Definitely a lot less alone time unless the kids go off with someone or whatnot. And then you always hear people outside. I mean, those kind of things are just part of the being out on the road and in the camper.
You have to find your own moments.
Exactly. Adjustment period. We're 90 days in. I told you about 30, and then 60 seems like nothing, and now we're over 90 days in. So it's just going to take time for different. It may take you longer. You may not want to do it. So being outside, a lot of it, even in inclement weather. I mean, you're outside right now. We was filming earlier, and it was nice out, and then some things happened. We had to restart, but now we're out in the sun. But it's 60-degree weather. We've been camping this summer, and it was 98, in Florida in the Panhandle, and you're in the elements. It's going to rain, so if you're not an outdoor person, you may want to think twice about even going this route. Start small, gain experience. So I'm saying we start small. We had a 26-foot trailer. We hit the road and did a few trips, about 300 something miles. We went down to Crystal River, Florida. We've been up to Cloudland Canyon in the other camper, just to get an experience with it. And then that was over 2 years of that trailer, and then we moved into the fifth wheel. So I'd say start small, work your way up. I don't know. That's what we're doing right now, and gain experience. I just drove around Atlanta for the first time, pulling this 42-foot trailer, and it's quite an experience. That's what I'll tell you right now. Quite an experience. So we've been doing some different things with apps and those things, and looking at routes and how to travel. So there's lots of things to look at. RVing, like I said earlier, is not for everyone. If you're not an outdoor person, I don't know why you even start, but yeah, you may want a big lifestyle change. That's a big one. Change your lifestyle. Definitely a different lifestyle. Issues of everyday life don't go away. You'll see this in other people's videos. Definitely does not go away. If you got problems at home or things are not well, I mean, I don't see how they're going to get any better out on the road. I mean,
especially not in a smaller space.
Yeah, exactly. If you're constantly arguing or fighting, I hope not, but it's going to get tight over time. Issues every day, like I said, don't go away. Figuring out their daily routine. It will come to you what you want to do. We've been pulling camp host duties, so we have certain days on and off, and a routine of cleaning spots and taking care of things, and then we take our own time and go visit the area, like we said earlier. You'll figure out your routine. Kids with school, online school, whatever kind of school you do, structured or virtual. Yep, things still break, still need repair. I'm troubleshooting a hot water heater right now on the camper, so the electric side works, propane doesn't. Got a power pole go out yesterday, so they had to come swap out the breaker. Maintenance, maintaining, roof, making sure your campers dry. All those things don't go away. It's like a house with a roof. You got to make sure the wheels are still good, and tires. Stay safe. Repair. Just be on top of it. You got to spend some money to provide comforts you're used to. I'll show you some other things. I might show you a couple pictures in here while we're talking. Fifth wheel hitch upgrade, $1,800-$1,800. RV booster, Wi-Fi booster, $400 or $500. A little mini via air compact air pressure pump, $400, but it has all the things. It works awesome. I mean, I did some reviews watching people, and they work really well. What else we got hooked up? The Wi-Fi, mobile Wi-Fi, OTR mobile is what we went with. A little bit of money up front, but unlimited data. You still got to have internet to get it, the signal, but those options come into play. We got to have those for our daily options, what we're going to do. So things you have to look into, what you need to make it work for you. Everybody's unique. Research. I looked and we YouTubed and Googled to death different things and options that people have used to get out on the road, and finally it worked for us. I researched it, what the benefit, the cost out, you get what you pay for, or right now I'm still figuring out the Wi-Fi booster. Anybody want to comment below? The RV We Boost. I don't know if I'm getting a whole lot of difference in that right now. We've had 2 places with bad signal, like one bar, which bars doesn't tell us the download, upload is what I'm hearing, but really bad signals, and when I hook it up, it doesn't seem like it does very well to even make it to increase the signal. I don't know. So you tell me below. I'm listening. Absolute necessity. If you get too many extras and go into debt, don't even like RVing, that's what we said earlier. Why you want to get into something huge and then spend all the extra money to get started and you not like it? Just take it little by little. I mean, if they need the RV, the Wi-Fi, I wouldn't be having a booster right now. I wouldn't even worry about it. If we're not going to do what we're doing now, I mean, it's just what you're looking for. I mean, some cameras and GoPros and those type of things. So
not only that, the necessities in the house. So it changed our way of looking at, do we really need that, or do we have room for that?
exactly.
Mostly clothes or food and all the knickknacks and things we used to look for and buy.
Right. We just bypass yard sales now. We don't need them anymore. We don't need it. Don't fit. Wear it. I either eat it or I wear it. Or are we going to use it like we're doing now? The good by far outweighs the bad for us. So far, 90 days in. I wouldn't say camp postings for you, but for us, it's worked out so far for us. Looking at doing some online schooling. We're still working into website design and developing. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm looking at on the side on top of what we're doing now. And something I think I'd ever say was, man, you're a full-time camper. You must have plenty of time to do nothing. Imagine
Wrong.
I tell you, the time we get up in the morning, we start. It may start a little slow, but between the schooling and kids want to go fishing, or we're throwing football, or we're cooking, or we're cleaning up, we're working in between for us, and trying to do some videos and figure this out too, which we enjoy it. But time, it goes by fast. Like, it's amazing. Right now, it's already been 90 days. It's mind-boggling. So, that being said, I don't know. What else you got?
I think that's about covers everything.
That covers it. We have a couple more spots set up for camp posting already. We're here. Could be up to 6 months. We're probably not. In High Falls, and we're looking at going down to Games Ferry is what it is. We just checked it out the other day, and I'm going to put a couple pictures on here right quick and check it out. It's a beautiful lake.
Possible Cleveland Canyon.
Cleveland Canyon up in North Georgia. And we have
Coffee State Park
down in Nichols, Douglas, Georgia. So you guys stay tuned. We'll keep doing these. Let us know we can improve. Please like, comment, subscribe. Good and bad. It's all good.
Feedback is great.
Freedom to roam too.
See you on the road.